Jonah's chest heaved in and out, and he tried desperately to breathe again. He leaned over with his hands on his knees, standing in the alleyway close to the street. He'd had to stop, finally, out of fear that his lungs might collapse under the strain. It hurt to breathe, and his heart was pounding too quickly. After a minute, he could finally stand up straight again, and he used up every ounce of courage he had left to peek around the corner, back from where he had come. There was nothing there, only the blackness of the city, the top of the Empire State Building set against the cloud-filled sky, with a flashing red beacon at its apex. But he felt it. He didn't remember how long he had been running or what had gotten him to this point. Why am I here? What's chasing me? There was something there, his mind grasping at memories that were floating away like smoke from a fire. He focused, trying to remember, but it wouldn't come to him, and he didn't have time to think about it now. It was coming again. He couldn't see anything behind him, but he knew it was growing closer, closing in. That was the one thing he knew that was crystal clear. Whatever was after him was relentless. It wasn't going to give up and wasn't going to stop. It would not give in no matter how hard or fast he fled. Jonah felt the rain begin to pelt down, stinging him in the forehead. It was cold and growing colder, and his hands shook, but not from the temperature. He was afraid, and he couldn't remember ever being more scared than he was right now. He pulled the hood of his weather jacket over his shaggy hair and took off running again. Two familiar beeps from underneath his pillow made him open his eyes, just barely. He lay in a puddle of sweat. Or was it drool? His mouth had been hanging open and pressed against his pillow after all. He groped until he found his phone and pulled it out. The brightness of the screen momentarily blinded him, so he closed one eye and squinted at the email message. 11:46 p.m. Hey bro, I hope you're doing okay. Did you get my text from the other day? Don't forget, Dad's birthday is coming up soon. You haven't forgotten to get him a present, have you? Don't answer that. Things are good on our end. Everyone's back and excited. Missing you, of course, and really wishing you were here with us. But everybody deals with things differently, I suppose. Jeremiah and I need to be here. And you? Well, I guess you needed something different. Trusting Elohim is in control of all this. Let me hear from you soon, okay? Jay says hi and that he misses you, and that whenever he sees you, he's gonna hug you, and then beat you up. Whatever. Eliza. Part 1. Choices. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. Jonah 1, verse 3. Chapter 1. Just a game. Jonah dribbled the basketball across the half-court line, surveying the defense. The ball thudded against the hard wood, but he could barely hear it in the noisy gym. Cheers echoed all around, solely coming from one side of the bleachers. He could hear two words rise above the rest. Shouts of, "Peacefield," mixed with equally loud screams of his name. Jonah! Hearing his name being yelled by the high-pitched voices of high school girls caused a smile to creep across his lips. He had experienced moments like this before, but only in his wildest daydreams. A loud series of claps from the sidelines drew his eyes. "Come on, Jonah, let's go!" Coach Marty was still as round as a basketball and somehow had managed to squeeze his way into the head coaching position for the boys' basketball team at Peacefield High. The boys on the team privately joked that they must have given the job to the guy who shouted the loudest. Coach Marty didn't ever speak in a normal voice. He yelled. Jonah looked down at the kid guarding him. The kid was crouched down, trying to look intimidating, but he couldn't hide the fear in his eyes as he looked up at Jonah. Jonah wasn't exactly surprised by that. He towered over everyone on the court now, having grown another 3 inches in the past 6 months. Jonah made his move,